feel very confident that we'll have him in custody soon.
Right now, Madison police identifying a suspect from yesterday's shooting in the heart of downtown Madison. Plus, Darrell Brooks files paperwork for an appeal as the judge who presided over the case launches her bid for the state Supreme Court. And later, with families struggling to find affordable housing, help is officially on the way to support those most in need. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10.
We invite you to come here. Do not let one scary incident take your downtown away from you.
And thanks for joining us tonight. At large, armed, and dangerous. That's how the Madison PD is identifying this man, 40-year-old Lamar Jefferson. They say he is the suspect in yesterday's shooting on the busy top of State Street. The victim sent to the hospital where he is expected to survive tonight. Armand Rahman has the latest on the case.
We have identified the suspect in this case.
Police consider 40-year-old Lamar Jefferson armed and dangerous after Tuesday's shooting on State Street. So the search is a cautious one.
If you see him or know him, please contact the police department immediately. Do not approach or interact with him.
Police say Jefferson has ties to Milwaukee with no known Madison address. He allegedly targeted the victim, a 29-year-old man. The two had a disagreement Tuesday afternoon that police think led to gunshots.
Holiday lights, crime scene tape are not a good match, ever.
While Jefferson is still missing, the victim is in the hospital today, recovering from surgery.
We think the response from the police officers definitely benefited the victim in this case after being shot multiple times.
MPD will have extra patrols in the area of State Street for the foreseeable future. Downtown Madison officials say it's important people feel safe there because local businesses depend on the traffic during holiday season.
But this last part of the year is the most important and vital for them economically. So we hope this one incident does not ruin your love for downtown and does not discourage you from coming downtown.
And as for the soft lockdown at the Kohl Center last night, Chief Barnes says a bus driver reported a suspicious person he thought could have been involved in the shooting, but police didn't find anything. And Eric, they do not have a location where Jefferson was last spotted.
Armand Rahman reporting that. Armand, thank you. Well, this is the second daylight shooting in the past 8 days. Last Tuesday, a man shot and killed on East Lakeside Street near John Nolan Drive. Still, police have not announced an arrest in that case either and have not provided any suspect description. And with these two open cases, we're taking a closer look at how successful Madison police have been when it comes to solving violent crimes over the years. According to data from their annual reports, the success rate crept up to nearly 60% in the last few years. A decade or more ago, it hovered closer to 50%, tipping to 38% in 2010, down to 41% in 2007. Now, that includes homicides, which they typically solve at a much higher rate. Last year, they solved 60% of their 10 murders and solved all 4 of the homicides in 2019. As always, as we learn more about this latest shooting, as well as the East Lakeside Street homicide, be sure to stay up to date with News 3 Now and Channel3000.com. Next at 10, it has been a windy one out there today, so much so that the Mackinac Bridge in northern Michigan had to partially close today. This evening, the bridge authority says it was allowing only passenger cars, passenger vans, and empty pickup trucks to cross due to dangerous winds. They say when conditions improve, the bridge will reopen to all vehicles. So let's get a look at our first warn forecast now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti knows that is I-75, right, Gary?
That is I-75, and there aren't a lot of alternate routes between lower Michigan and upper Michigan. That's the only one, but fortunately, those closures are relatively rare. Around here, we had strong winds and some snow flurries this morning. That just brought in cold air, but not enough to provide any snow accumulation. And we had sunshine during the afternoon, and now with clear skies, those temperatures are going to fall pretty quickly. Still some snow showers and flurries up in upper Michigan and lower Michigan across the lake from Lake Michigan. But high temperatures today were early this morning, 27 in Madison. Those temperatures were pretty cold all day today. Now down into the teens across Dane County. Right now 19 degrees in Edgerton, 19 in Cross Plains, 17 in Sauk City. And across the rest of southern Wisconsin, unless you're close to Lake Michigan, temperatures are mainly in the teens. 22 right now in Milwaukee, already down to 14 in Camp Douglas. You factor in the winds and wind chill right now is 0 in Camp Douglas, 2 at the Baraboo Dells Airport, and only 10 here in Madison. Look for mostly clear skies tonight. The winds will gradually die down, low temperature dropping to 14, but the wind chill still right around 0, at least for our western viewers. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes a quick warm-up for Friday, and then another slam of cold air as we head towards Saturday.
Gary, thank you. New information tonight about that fire that happened at the Nitty Gritty downtown. Today, the Madison Fire Department says they believe it was started by improperly discarded smoking materials. They say multiple people were seen smoking near the restaurant throughout the day, one of which was just moments before that fire started in a dumpster. The fire caused an estimated $150,000 in damage. Management says the restaurant won't reopen before December 13th. The man recently sentenced to life in prison for driving his SUV through the Waukesha Christmas parade last year has now filed a letter notifying the court he plans to appeal that conviction. According to court documents, 40-year-old Darrell Brooks filed the notice in Waukesha County yesterday. A jury found Brooks guilty in late October on all 76 counts stemming from the incident, including 6 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. And the judge in that case, Judge Jennifer Doro, has now officially announced her run for the state Supreme Court. She made her announcement in Waukesha this afternoon, a day after her family confirmed her intent to run for the state's highest court.
Well, I hope that the people of this great state of Wisconsin, when they saw me presiding over that trial, see my credentials, see my demeanor, see exactly what they're going to get.
Well, that means there are now 4 candidates in the running. An open primary will happen in February. The general election will then take place in April. On the federal level, more than half of American adults are unhappy with the job the U.S. Supreme Court is doing, but the picture is slightly improved from earlier this year. That's according to a new survey from Marquette Law School. A survey of more than 1,000 adults across the country found 44% of respondents approve of the court, while 56% disapprove. There was a big disparity between Republicans and Democrats. Only 28% of Democrats approve of the court's work. 70% of Republicans did. The court's approval rating was at 40% for independents. U.S. House Democrats today making history with their choice to succeed Nancy Pelosi as party leader. Current caucus chair Hakeem Jeffries will serve as House Minority Leader next year. The New York Democrat will be the first black person ever to lead a major party in the House or the Senate. He will oversee a Democratic minority in 2023 for the first time in 2 terms. The January 6th House Committee interviewing Wisconsin Assembly Speaker Robin Vos today. He had filed a federal lawsuit seeking to block a subpoena demanding his testimony, but today confirmed he met with the committee. Speaker Vos, in a brief statement, said that his meeting with the committee was brief and that he answered their questions regarding Wisconsin's 2020 presidential election, adding he did not have any involvement with the events of January 6th. That same committee now winding down its investigation. After more than 1,000 interviews, the committee is conducting its final one today. The full panel is expected to meet Friday and hear from a subcommittee of members about options for potentially issuing criminal referrals. Committee member Benny Thompson says if the panel decides to issue criminal referrals, it will be done separately from that final report. Pretty much every part of what it takes to build a home has become more expensive in just the past few years, but for some, help is on the way. Tahlil Mohadeen shares how a multi-million-dollar grant from the state is making an impact in Sun Prairie. Tahlil?
Between the rise in cost of land, high interest, and supply shortages, Sun Prairie city leaders tell me it's a struggle to find affordable housing. But with a big check from the state, they'll be able to support the families most in need. When it comes to providing affordable housing for those in need,
they're kind of already in this space.
Leaders in Sun Prairie say they're trusting the folks at Habitat for Humanity.
They know what they're doing, they have the relationships, and they're very centered on community.
But even for the experts, lately it's been a struggle.
Virtually everything went up a lot more than what we had seen in the past 10 years or so. Created a gap.
To help fill that gap, leaders from Habitat are relying on a more than $2 million grant through a state-run disaster recovery program. Following major flooding across Dane County in 2018, the money is being awarded to the city of Sun Prairie to help replace the houses that were severely water damaged.
The ripple effect of everyone that was impacted in Madison and looking for homes and all throughout Dane County.
A need for new homes that Sun Prairie's Housing and Equitable Development Planner Becky Bin says is especially high because of the city's rapid population growth, with an estimated 700 people moving in every year.
They're going to be opening up those units and going into these. So I think that benefits everyone. If we can add more supply, that in the long term should bring down the cost.
Habitat's focus will be on providing homes to families earning between 30 to 60% of Dane County's median household income. The grant money will allow for 10 homes to be added to Habitat's 117 home development, its largest project statewide. City leaders say they expect the 10 homes to be built in a year or two. New owners will spend between 275 to 425 hours helping build.
Tahlil, thank you. And next tonight, the city of Madison unveiling its passenger rail station study, identifying 6 potential Amtrak locations. A 2021 federal infrastructure bill provides billions in funding for Amtrak, and the company says Madison is among the most important locations in all of the Midwest. The city will start holding public meetings next week to select from the potential locations. Now, if Madison is chosen, it could save time on your commute and also your carbon footprint.
Both the Federal Rail Administration and Amtrak put out plans last year identifying Madison as a really important connection for the passenger rail network in the Midwest. Amtrak's Connect Us said that Madison should be part of a Hiawatha extension, the Hiawatha being the train that goes between Milwaukee and Chicago.
City of Madison can apply for federal funding in December, but they're getting ahead of the process by selecting that location. And officials say they wouldn't put down a time frame, but Amtrak hopes to complete the national railway system by the year 2035. Some entertainment news tonight. Fleetwood Mac's Christine McVie has died. Her family says she passed away peacefully in the company of family at a hospital today after a brief illness. The singer-songwriter was behind some of Fleetwood Mac's biggest hits, and the band issued a statement saying she was the best musician anyone could have had in their band and the best friend anyone could have had in their life. Christine McVie has passed away at the age of 79. And still ahead tonight, your full forecast and how long this wind and cold will stick around for us. Plus, Consumer Reports out with its annual report of the most reliable cars. We'll tell you what hybrids are making the grade. That's next.
Black Friday deals all month long during our huge Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Incredible prices, plus get 30% off on top of that store-wide. Come find your new sofa, sectional, or Lazy Boy recliner on sale. And we're still offering no interest for 3 years. 30% off and Black Friday deals all month long? Yes. And don't forget, mattress shopping is easy, fast, and comfortable. Come see our difference and get a great sale on a mattress today at Slumberland Furniture.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
I became an orthopedic surgeon for a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
For a lot of reasons.
To help you take walks again. To ease your pain.
To rebuild your strength.
And at every step along the way,
we take the time to answer all your questions.
We're here because we care.
We care about you.
You.
They care about me.
Sauk Prairie Healthcare Orthopedics, now offering robotic-assisted knee replacement.
It's Black Friday now at Grand Appliance. Get half back on select 2022 grills and unbeatable appliance specials like up to $1,000 back and 0% interest for up to 36 months on our most popular brands. These exclusive offers are on top of Black Friday pricing, which is now in effect on all appliances, including this ultra-quiet 3-rack KitchenAid dishwasher for just $749. Visit grandappliance.com or your local showroom today. Grand Appliance, the appliance expert since 1930.
They've answered the call again and again in unprecedented times. Now it's their turn to get help.
It's so important to keep our service members well.
Eric Franke explores the new program giving critical support to Wisconsin's National Guard. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. More road closures are planned this week for the so-called hairball intersection downtown Madison. One lane along northbound John Nolan and southbound Blair Street will be closed starting tomorrow morning through Friday afternoon. Only one lane at each direction will be closed, so drivers can still travel in either direction, but trips may take slightly longer. The entire project set to be wrapped up by the fall of next year. Well, job seekers didn't have as many positions to pursue last month, but the U.S. labor market is still historically tight. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there were 10.3 million openings in October. That's down from September. Among the areas seeing less openings, state and local government and non-durable goods manufacturing jobs. Could a Monday through Thursday work schedule become a thing? A new 6-month study says a 4-day weekly job schedule appears to provide a win-win situation. Researchers with the nonprofit 4-Day Week Global say average revenue rose nearly 40% compared to the same period the year before with a 5-day schedule in place. The workers themselves also like the schedule change, saying they felt less stress and burnout. The findings are based on 903 employees from 33 companies who made the schedule change with no change in pay. Consumer Reports is out with this year's most reliable vehicles. Naomi Ruckham shows us which brands made the cut.
Well, it's quiet, that's for sure.
It's definitely quiet.
Automotive engineer Alex Nizak took us for a spin at the Consumer Reports test track in a Lexus, one of this year's most reliable brands. 4 out of the 5 top companies are based in Asia, with Toyota taking the #1 spot. Hybrids scored high, including the Toyota Corolla Hybrid, which is the most reliable vehicle overall. The Lexus NX was rated the top hybrid SUV. What makes it such a great car?
Toyota and Lexus have just been doing hybrids for so long now that they've got the technology really fleshed out.
If you're going with an SUV or a sedan, go with a hybrid right now, just because they're so much more dependable.
Deputy auto editor John Linkove says hybrids are more reliable than plug-in electric vehicles because many EVs are new.
They have growing pains. It's new technology. It's constantly being refined. It's a new build process because they're all almost brand new models. They're using new suppliers.
Large pickup trucks also hit some speed bumps. Less than half of the models landed an average rating or better.
They have had paint trim problems. They also do have some of the electric issues that many cars have, infotainment systems, window regulators, things like that.
Linkove says people shopping for a new car should do their research to find a reliable vehicle that also fits their needs. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, Colchester, Connecticut.
And Mercedes-Benz was last on the reliability list after owners reported problems with the electronic infotainment screens. The 2022 hurricane season officially comes to an end today, and it was an eventful one. There were 14 named storms during the season. Weather officials say that's an average amount, and there wasn't a single storm named throughout the month of August. Last time that happened was way back in 1941. However, this season did have blockbuster storms that did significant damage. Of course, Hurricane Ian. That storm caused more than 100 deaths and more than $50 billion in damages. And severe storms and tornadoes swept through parts of the South yesterday and into the morning hours, killing at least 2 people in Alabama, damaging homes, other buildings, and downing trees in several states. We mentioned 2 people killed. That was a mother and child killed, at least 1 other injured when a tornado hit this morning in the Flatwood area, and that's near Alabama's capital, Montgomery there. Tornadoes also are believed to have caused damage in the western and southwestern parts of the state. And Gary Canalti joins us now, and that was quite a night of weather they experienced in the South.
Yeah, but you know, it was all through the South, and even New England got into it today, and to the north and east or north and west there was snow up across our part of the Midwest, north and west of here. Take a look at Doppler track, and this is a radar loop over the last 36 hours, and you can really see how this line of storms came together. Basically, it started over parts of central portions of Mississippi and Alabama. The severe weather expanded and then headed to the southeast and then off the coast this morning. Northern part of the line hit New England, and then up to the north, of course, it's been cold enough for snow in our part of the Midwest. But as far as the severe weather reports, there were wind damage reports over New England, even into Pennsylvania. But most of this was from late yesterday afternoon across parts of Texas and Louisiana, ending this morning over parts of Georgia and Florida. These are the tornado reports, mainly from early yesterday evening through the early morning hours today. So you can see the first tornado tornado about a little after 6 o'clock yesterday evening, and then the last one in southern portions of Georgia about 9:30 in the morning. The the worst tornado was the one that hit near Montgomery, Alabama, and unfortunately there were 2 fatalities there, but a lot of damage from these storms. And unfortunately, this time of year that can happen. In our part of the Midwest, there was snow to our north and west, about 3 to 6 inches, then some 6 to 9 inch amounts up in northern Wisconsin and around a foot across the western portion of upper Michigan. 3 things you need to know in our forecast. Look for a cold night tonight. Low temperatures dropping to the middle teens. Wind chills at times will be near 0, but it'll be windy and milder by Friday. Temperatures jump up to the upper 40s, maybe near 50 in some spots, and then it turns colder Saturday, and by early next week there's chances for snow Monday afternoon into Tuesday morning, and then perhaps toward next weekend. The high temperature trend, again, that up and down swing continues. 35 tomorrow, 48 Friday, down to 28 Saturday, back up to 38 on Sunday, and then just generally cold next week. So the weather systems will be generally weak as well. So future track, this is the GFS or US computer model. This is from Monday to Tuesday. Around an inch of snow, maybe less than that. The European computer model, even less than that, at least over southern Wisconsin. Better chances for any snow accumulations will stay to the north, and that's not going to be very much. But that next weather system already starting to dig in the Pacific Northwest, bringing snow to parts of Washington and Oregon. And now that the severe weather's gone, the southern part of the United States should stay relatively quiet for the next couple of days. But strong jet stream winds aloft have been keeping our winds brisk as well, and these winds have been coming out of the northwest, and that's just dropping temperatures. Weak cold front coming through tonight, winds out of the northwest, and you can see those temperatures really dropping off teens and even single digits now in parts of northern Minnesota. For tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies. It'll be breezy, not as cold, with a high of 35. Planning your day across Dane County, 34 for the high in Belleville, 33 in Waunakee, lots of sunshine, and 35 for the high in Platteville, 34 in Fond du Lac, and 34 in Watertown. 7 to 10 day forecast, again up to 48 windy southerly winds on Friday. Saturday back down to 28, Sunday up to 38, and then that light snow chance Monday afternoon into Tuesday morning, and then again Saturday afternoon into Sunday of next weekend.
And coming up in sports, defensive woes. What Wake Forest did to Wisconsin that no other team has done this season, and why Greg Gard is saying that's a good thing. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Call Gruber Law Offices today. A proud partner of the Milwaukee Bucks, Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This holiday season, Ford wants to help you shine bright. So, this Black Friday, choose a vehicle in stock or simply place a custom order. Lock in your rate and you're protected, even if rates go up before your order comes in. Plus, thousands of vehicles are arriving daily, just in time for the holidays. This season, get into a 2022 Explorer SUV with 2.9% financing for 60 months at your local Ford dealer and shine bright.
Excellent. I want it.
Wisconsin, one of those places where families spend their winters among our frozen lakes and snow-covered hills. With all the fun we're having, it's easy to take for granted how we warm up, by the fire or simply adjusting our thermostat. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? It might be simple to imagine for 60 seconds, but for many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. Freezing temperatures aren't just uncomfortable for them, they can be deadly. Make a real difference by providing a hand up for a neighbor in need. No matter the amount, every dollar helps. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. You can meet with an InventHelp representative who'll keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. And InventHelp's databank includes over 9,000 companies who have agreed to review new ideas. Take action and get the help you need from InventHelp.
800-550-5543. After a serious accident, you'll need a team to fight for the results you deserve. We're here for you whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin plays in the toughest conference in the country and not only survived the gauntlet that is the Big Ten, but they thrived against the competition. The Badgers, remember, haven't lost since September 25th. Since then, 18 straight wins and another Big Ten championship. Now it's on to the NCAA tournament, and you could say Kelly Sheffield likes where his team is at heading into the first-round match on Friday.
They've leaned into the challenges, and they've been fast and furious, and they've responded. And I think when you do that, you gain confidence. And so I see a team whose confidence is continuing to rise because they keep answering the bell. And we're playing good volleyball, but we haven't seen our best yet.
And after leading Wisconsin to their 4th straight conference championship, Kelly Sheffield has been named the Big Ten's Coach of the Year for the 3rd time. But the honors didn't stop there for the reigning national champs. Sarah Franklin, Danielle Hart, and Devin Robinson were unanimous selections to the All-Big Ten first team, while Yulia Orza was named 2nd team All-Big Ten. In his first season at Wisconsin, Braylon Allen led the team in rushing and was named 2nd team All-Big Ten. This season, it was kind of like deja vu all over again for the Badger running back. Allen ran for 1,126 yards and 10 touchdowns in 11 games this season, which was good enough for 4th in the Big Ten. And again, he was named to the All-Big Ten 2nd team. Defense has been what Greg Gard and the Badger men's basketball team has hung their hats on. And defense, or lack thereof, was what cost them their game against Wake Forest. Before last night, Wisconsin hadn't allowed an opponent to reach 70 points. Well, Wake Forest scored 78 and shot nearly 54% from the floor. That's not a recipe for success. But Greg Gard is looking at it as a good wake-up call for his team.
It's a good learning experience for us because we've talked about this a lot. We've done a pretty good job of it. We've had flashes of inconsistency, but we've always caught ourselves. Tonight we didn't catch ourselves.
Hopefully that was just a one-time thing. I know the guys in this locker room, we're going to attack practice this week, and hopefully we get back to the way that we were playing defense before.
Bucks in the Big Apple taking on the Knicks. 3rd quarter tied at 47, and this is what you call bully ball. Giannis grabs the board and then bodies his way up for the slam. He finished with 37 points, 13 boards, and 7 assists. Now, this one was tied in the 4th with 30 seconds left, and that's when Grayson Allen called game. The triple gives the Bucks the lead for good. They win 109-103. We're back after this.
He's got to step up and make a big play when it matters. To have the faith in them. Beautiful.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at Lens Crafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
The holidays can be a busy time of year. Well, I'm going to let you in on my gifting secret for a stress-free holiday season. Nothing says happy holidays like a gift you make yourself. Just add those personal touches to really make it special. And you don't have to be a professional to spread holiday cheer.
Gifting has never been easier with holiday scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. With prices ranging from $1 to $20, they're available now at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Yum, yum!
Here's to the holidays. Here's to the casserole queens and Santas who saute. To the turkeys brined in beer, and well, just beer. To the ones who do the most, and the ones who do the least. To the classic traditions, and whatever you call this one. This year, no matter how you holiday, Festival has you covered. Festival Foods, a Wisconsin tradition since 1946.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. If you or a loved one were stationed at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Call right now to find out if you qualify.
Call 1-800-336-0524. 1-800-336-0524.
It's a fact. 2 out of 3 Americans who qualify for Medicare do not receive all the benefits they deserve. You could be missing out. Now, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield introduces a free Medicare plan checkup to make sure you receive all the benefits you qualify for in 2023. Call 1-855-597-0884 today and receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium. Benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money towards over-the-counter health items. Call 1-855-597-0884 today and feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2023. You can receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium, like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. Call 1-855-597-0884 and make sure you're not missing out.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at LensCrafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, if you're not a fan of cooking, Heinz has you covered. It has unveiled its Big Soup Christmas dinner just in time for the holidays. Heinz is known for dishing out ketchup and mustard in the U.S., but in Britain, the company is famous for its soup. The Christmas version contains all of the ingredients you would want for a holiday meal: turkey, pigs in a blanket, I guess somebody wants that for a holiday meal, Brussels sprouts, stuffing, potatoes, cranberry sauce, and gravy.
All in one soup?
In a soup, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Soup. You still got to cook, right? Soup. You can stick it in the microwave, I guess. Soup. Gary, final check. A little soup sounds nice tonight. It was cold and windy today.
Yeah, you know, this kind of weather, you probably need something to bundle up with. Clear skies out there on the Edgewater Sky Camp. Temperatures already in the teens across Dane County. Upper teens, but across the rest of southern Wisconsin, even colder to our north and west. And wind chills right now, single digits and lower teens.
All right, Gary, thanks. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10. Hope you have a great night.